Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Or to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on some more powder coating stuff, sort of, kind of. So, you can see the oven's covered up. We're not powder coating today, but in the should be last video y'all seen, we powder coated some stuff, and I know you already seen the video where we did the rack. Put some wheels on it. That we figured we would try and, well, as you can see by the concrete here, it didn't work. So what we're doing today, instead of messing with wheels and all that kind of thing, we're going to take the blue truck here and we're going to go pick up a pallet jack. So we're going to pick up, like I said, we're going to pick up a pallet jack. That way for our oven rack in here, we can just kind of roll it around with the pallet jack and not have to worry about all the issues associated, either way, whatever, all the issues that come with having casters on an oven rack. So I'm gonna go to the bank, pick up some money, and we're gonna go to Sherwood and pick up this pallet jack. Alright guys, so we've actually already made it back. I didn't film when we got there. The guy was already there, so we've already been moving stuff, as you can see, because we're going to pick up lumber for the garage either today or tomorrow. I don't know for sure when, but we want to put it over there out of the way, and then we're going to take these and put these in the storage building. The sandblaster, we can just roll it around. That's not a big deal, but pretty nice little unit here. I do like this thing. It is a 5,500 pound pallet jack. So, like I said, the thing is, it's pretty nice. I do like it. You know, these boxes are pretty heavy. You just move them around with these. I've never used one of these. This little disclaimer there. I've never used a pallet jack. This thing's pretty freaking cool. I should have bought one of these a long time ago. It's pretty cool. I like it. So at some point we're going to get our powder coat rack down here. We need to cut the other little wheels back off of it. That's why we only tacked them, because it doesn't work. We're going to try out our new gadget here and see how it works. Hopefully it's going to work pretty well. But got a good deal on this thing. Facebook Marketplace for $200. Drive an hour there, an hour back. But anyway, like I said, I'll catch y'all here in a day or so. We'll get our oven rack down here and go ahead and start modifying it yet again. Alright guys, so it's a week later, something like that, week and a half maybe. Yeah, almost 2 weeks. But anyway, we got our trusses built, and yes, I got gloves on. It is cold and it is windy out here. But we just got our trusses all together. There's one of our shop lights, one of our extra ones, or one that we hadn't put up yet. And this is why I did 8-footers here, by the way. Yeah, I like that. And then if need be, we can run some down this way on those up there. But anyway, we got our pallet jack here. So I need to get that off of there. The guy that I bought this from wrote his name on it in Sharpie, but we'll get that off there at some point. Anyway, but anyway, I'm going to get the pallet jack, roll it through the gravel, which ought to be real fun, up to the garage up there, and we're going to see how this works with our oven rack that's already in there. So anyway, I'm going to get this thing up here, and we're going to try him out. Alright, so we went ahead, undid a little bit of our cover there, and we got our rack out. Now, these 2x4s are just sitting on here, because we actually wanted to see if we could use this setup to pick the whole oven up and move it around. That's not quite tall enough. We'll have to get us some stuff to set on top up here. But we are going to move this oven eventually, because I want to put it in the back corner back here. Because this is going to go But I'd like to see if we can get this oven all the way in the back corner. I know we'll have to do something with these two outlets here, but I think that would be better. And then our vent in there, the exhaust vent, we could just run it right out the wall and we would be good. But we'll figure out that later. We got a lot of other things to do between now and then. But on the pallet jack here, we're looking, and we got some marks right there, if y'all can see those. We're going to add another cross piece right there, and we want to figure out something makes it a little more stable, because this pallet jack is a narrow jack. I didn't know that until we got there, and I already paid the guy, which is not a big deal, because we can build something for these to make them a bit wider. But you can see, you can jack this guy up like so, and just roll it right here into the oven. Now you can see it's coming off of it here. That's why it's dragging the floor. That's why we need that extra little brace. But other than that, we can just kind of sneak this guy right on in here, and we're good. Another thing that we can do is we can add a brace long ways right through the middle here. And we built this rack so we could put it in this way, or we can put it in this way, and it'll fit both ways. So that is real nice, and that will work. So we're gonna have to do some little more modifying on our rack here, but that is just fine, because this is so much easier than rolling the thing. So that will work, and then you just set it down, and there it is. So we're probably going to cut the little wheels off, get those off of there. We might not, we might leave them just for emergencies. But like I said, we got some marks right here. We're going to add another cross piece right there. And then again, like I said, if we wanted to, we could add a center brace through here and take our pallet jack and run through there like so. And like I mentioned, we can also come over here and grab it from the side if we need to for various parts. And I'm actually going to see if this is long enough to do that real quick. So this actually works perfectly, just like this, going crossways with our oven rack, and then makes it a little more teetery, but same type of deal with it. You can take it, roll it right in to our oven, and the pallet jack rolls nicely on this floor. These wheels, even before the heat got to them, they didn't roll real good. So this is actually good. If the door was open all the way, it'd be perfectly fine this way. So I think our pallet jack is gonna work just fine. Now, like I said, if the door was open all the way, we could sneak it right on in there, but it will fit this way. We do know that for sure, because it's dimensionally the same that way and this way. It's actually wider than it is deep. So this will work. Like I said, the door's not all the way open, but anyway, we're gonna figure out what we want to do here as far as making this not as teetery, because it is, well, sitting on that tube over there, but this is pretty teetery, which is not all that great. So we could do a couple different things. We'll figure out if we want to do that. And like I said, we do want to weld some more braces in here. That way we can pick it up from whichever way we want to, and it'll be just fine. But guys, we're going to put this back in the oven for today. We're not going to get to doing that right now. It'll probably be a little bit, because we're we really want to get this roof on before it gets like too cold. It's very cold now. A week from today, it's supposed to be in the single digits, and that won't be fun for working out here. But I wanted to kind of explain real quick the benefits of having a pallet jack over casters. I've talked to a few people about high temp casters for this. For one, high temp casters are pretty expensive, and there's different levels of high temp caster. And I'd actually seen a guy on one of the powder coating pages the other day who had high temp casters on his oven rack and went 2 degrees above their rating and melted his wheels. And that's no fun. Another thing, I had talked to a couple people, and they say, you know, if you have, because for instance, I want to build a spray booth in here. So if I build a spray booth, you know, like right here, or something like that, that would probably be where we would put it, maybe, or maybe right here, kind of against this wall, because we do have extension panels for this that'll make it like twice as long. So we need to be kind of courteous of that when we put a spray booth or whatever else in here. But one thing some folks have said is, say your oven's over here, your spray booth's right here, you roll your rack out with your high temp casters. They're 400 degrees plus because they've been in your oven, and you roll them into powder on your spray booth floor, or you know, if you spray open air, like right here, then, well, for one, you can see these blue streaks right here, right here, right there. That is from these little wheels. The one time that we use this, so if you have powder on your floor, then you roll your hot wheels over powder. They flow onto the floor and potentially onto your wheels. So I had talked to one gentleman, and he said that on his, he has to take his rack every single day. He's got a very successful business, and does a lot of work. So he said every morning when they come in, they flip the rack over, take a flat disc on a grinder, grind all the wheels down, and then you know, he said it depends on how many trips in and out of the oven they have to make. Then they might have to do that twice, 3 times a day, and it's not real appeasing to me. You know, amongst having expensive wheels tied up on an oven rack, then you gotta be cautious of overloading them, so on and so forth. It's a whole deal. So I had seen another guy here on YouTube who had this kind of setup. He had a pallet jack. He had a wider one than this one is. And I might look on Marketplace, see if I can get another one of these, just to have another one, and get one that's a bit wider. But he had one, and I seen him rolling it in the oven. And, man, that's kind of nice, because this doesn't stay in the oven. This just rolls in the oven. It grabs your parts. It rolls back out. You don't have to worry about powder getting caked in the wheels and flowing out on the wheels, and you know, all those other kind of issues. And at the same time, the pallet jack you can use for many things. You know, if I put a air compressor over there like we have in the shop, it's sitting on a pallet. So if we need to move it for whatever reason, we can take it and we can roll it around and move it. If stuff comes in that needs moved, it's on a pallet, I have a pallet jack. So there's many uses for a pallet jack, much more than just moving the oven rack in and out of the oven. So that's kind of the whole idea here with this. We just need to modify the rack, that way it fits the pallet jack. Or like I said, if I get one that is a bit wider, then you know, it'll be perfect. It won't be as teetery, you know, all that kind of thing. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, the pros and cons of having them. You know, one con being, if you don't have one that's very wide, or you have a super long oven rack, then this probably is not going to work. But for this oven, this should work fine. And then like I said, we have those panels down there, and with those panels, what I was thinking about doing is having 2 racks separate. That way we could make it a small oven if we want to, or we can make it a large oven if we need it. You know, and the whole thing. But anyway, we're gonna get to work here some more, get some more of this old stuff tore off and get ready for our new rafters and all the other stuff that we've got to do here. So anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for this video. So if y'all enjoyed today's video or find it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.